Okay, Dennis. When did you first see Katy?
When did I first see her?
Or when do you feel like, wow, this is the girl I want to marry?
Those
when
things
did
didn't
you?
happen at the same time.
No,
Okay,
no.
then you can talk about both.
I mean, I started working January '66, and she did too upstairs. And I mean, I used to see her go by down below, but then a lot of the people were our age, so we would go ice skating on the lake in the wintertime in the evening. One night we skated at midnight because they predicted snow, and it did. So we couldn't. It was hard to quit, and she came down with a couple other girls because she never skated on ice, and came down to see us, and of course, I mean, and she always says
We were introduced.
we were introduced, but then
Winona Lake, Indiana.
and the other girls skated away and I skated away. I mean, I wasn't going with anybody else or anything. It was a get together of people that worked for Free Methodist Church. It was probably about a year later, or 9 months or a year later, when we first went to her. I invited her to a concert, and they had what they called travel logs every Wednesday night, where they.
And we kind of got cozy at those travel logs.
Yeah, and she then she went home for Christmas there, and came back New Year's, and so Nancy, Louie, and her two girls came down. They were going down to meet her, so I went down too, because they knew what time it was. As when I went to pick up her suitcase, the handle broke, so I was stuck with her.
Because he never fixed it.
Yeah. So then we knew that we were old enough pretty soon in February or whatever, and so we knew it was going approaching 27, 26. If we knew it, we didn't do it now, that we better get married. So.
And we knew that if we didn't know then, we never would.
Yeah.
So we were officially going together from the 1st of January to April 15th when we got married.
Mm-hmm. So,
Did you ever regret?
no.
What about Katy?
No, I didn't. And that was a gift from God, because anybody could get frustrated. But when we were first going together, I wasn't sure I should do this, and I suspected I shouldn't. So one afternoon I took time off. The church was right across from church headquarters where I worked, to pray, expecting to be told to break it off quick before anybody got hurt. But instead all I could get was the impression to go on. So when things got rough, I just remembered that day and knew I had done the right thing. I think it was a gift from God.
Mm-hmm. But just, I wouldn't trade her for $1 million.
$1 million, Katy, did you hear that?
I heard that. And my first thought was awful, because I thought, what would he do with the money?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say something else to Danny, Katy?
Well, I've loved you the whole time, and I still do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful. Sometimes you do something and I think, hey, I've been selling this guy short, but I'm thankful for the guy you are, and for the insights on how God doesn't make people all alike that I got, because you are so not like me.
And she's always if I got down on the dumps, depression or something, she was always there to cheer me up.
or at least try.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I wonder when she made sure when I worked swing shifts that when I went to work, I had a big noon meal, and she always, in her work day shift, the meal was always, food was always on the table when I got home.
And then when I was working days and he was swing shift, he came down one day a week and we went out to eat together. He loved that job I had because it involved the printing industry. And that's who he is.
And what's one memory that do you remember most vividly? Remember about each other?
So many things, it's hard to
Yeah,
say.
one thing I think of, and it wasn't, we were together, was Robinson Lake when we camped with all your friends from the First Christian Church
That's when we were married.
back in Indiana. But I took my accordion and we were playing hymns, and some of the guys from his old church could really sing. But it was just a perfect Sunday night.
Yeah, for a perfect Sunday night that had a campfire going, and it's just that we went on forever. There was never another night like that we were actually camping with a big group and singing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the singing made it perfect.
Yeah, we always remember bring that up once in a while. Our excellent weekend campsite. It just never happened again. So we,
Yeah, because usually we camped with just us, and
yeah,
we were.
for other places, but it just worked good there.
Katy, what do you appreciate most about Denny?
Well, today I keep thinking about sometimes matches can be kind of fragile, and in spite of that, he has had a long life that was productive and loving, and he sticks with me and he feels protective.
Okay, Denny, what are you most appreciative of Katy?
Well, for 56 years of marriage, and she knew how to cook whatever, went out of her way to cook what I would like, and she's always there for me.